Hello everybody, how you all doing? Welcome back to Rich's Realm, and hello to Realmers. So we're going to kick off the video with a little bit of a crystal opening. These things are great. This is part of the calendar, and I'm hoping I get some good stuff, like especially from what can drop with this epic crystal, because we've got like a few here to open. And also going to be going over some gameplay, so this is going to be really cool as well. Shout out to Brightmaster. I think it was about a week ago we teamed up and did some gameplay, so I was thinking like, okay, I've got to showcase this stuff because it's just like, it's really cool. We had some good fights. I'm going to showcase as well where I made mistakes. I think that's what I want to do as well in some content, is kind of showcase where I've made mistakes and also where I've done and played very well. Because a lot of the time, and if you've seen my Arena Basics video or Basic Strategies video, it's something that's very important to kind of get that idea of positionings, watching enemies, movements, trying to anticipate what the enemy is going to do, which we're going to showcase a bit of that. And like, effectively you are kind of like trying to do a bit of guesswork. Come on, smash me up some good luck. I want to see some rare gear. Vibranium claws, cool. I've got to work on my Black Panther. Also, we get some Royal Warrior boots, nice. And Patriotic Avengers hands, helpful. Ooh, Honored Vibranium claws, again, just stuff for... yeah, that stuff. It's not the rare stuff, but I am gearing up. Gearing up for some openings soon. I'm going to do like a few openings and that. And as well, lots of different videos. Thanks very much for smashing out love on the channel. But we're going to go and have a look at some cool footage. But look out for the opening. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm trying to get up to like 1,200 units and then do like a crate opening. Because, you know, we want to see the spicy stuff. But let's open up a few more things. See if I can get some like rare things as well. No? Okay. It is what it is. Okay, let's go with some gameplay and see what happens. So I'm rocking my Storm, which is my best champion. Now, first and foremost, I do have this tendency of throwing the SP1 a little bit too prematurely. It should be a case I look to put the freezing field down to then use the SP1. Just a bit of a bad habit that I need to get out of, especially from the M2C days of throwing SP1s, SP2 in conjunction with that. So yeah, right off the bat, you know, it's a case that it's handy to a degree. If I want to slow down champions that are going to go against my team, and I want to slow them, and say I throw my ice field, throwing the SP1 slows them down, so it allows my friends to get away from stuff. What I'm doing here, and I should really kind of like pause, and I will pause right there, is that in this particular melee of stuff, I'm also sowing the seeds, and it's a case that you have to really learn timing. I'm trying to learn a little bit more to just try and calm myself. Unfortunately, the fights are very intense. So in a turn of a dime, you've got to be able to do something like throw the ice field down, maybe swipe into it or dash into the field to then boom, hit up the SP3. And that's something I think that I was trying to prepare, but it didn't always go according to plan. Also, this is good because the enemies are in a box. It means at least we can then create a bit of distance. I'm also using that barrier that's there to be able to, like, as I'm hitting, kind of coming back a bit. So I can use that as a guard for any kind of projectiles that come in. But let's play on a little bit. So yeah, I'm trying to like edge in, and I should have gone in, and there we go. A bit delayed, but it was good. That was good, at least to get one of the enemy champions out of the game as everyone comes in and, you know, smashes up the enemy. I think this is kind of in our favor. No Sorcerer Supremes, man. If they got any Sorcerer Supremes, then it's, yeah, not good for us, because that's not good. But yeah, that was a really good, solid first win and good performance there. Not a huge amount from me with percentage of damage, but that's Brightmaster there. But I feel I kind of held my own and helped out as much as possible, especially being, I think, the weaker on the team. I want to say that my Storm is a lot less. But this is sort of an interesting one. I've never faced off against two Captain Americas. Now, something I do want to point out, and just pause it right there, is one thing that I did, as I said, with that SP1, is that I saw that one of the Captain Americas, sorry, one of the super soldiers was going towards the enemy. So, one of my guys, sorry. So what I did was I threw my SP1 prematurely. Is there any need for this? No. But at the same time, I was able to slow down that enemy, which if he was going to go at mine, my ally can come back, and that super soldier is slowly moving away, which is good because now Brightmaster's come across and has seen that, so we're then focusing on one specific champion. I've also thrown down the ice field, which stops the escape of the enemy towards back to the Bodok or back to allies, which is again playing to my advantage. But let's play on. And my kind of focus is kind of wrong. I should have been more quicker to get back up to assist. Now I need to get myself out of the way. That's good timing by me. I saw that what the super soldier was doing and acted. I've slowed down the Spider-Man, and I think like at here, not to be overly rude with myself, but I will criticize myself here on this because I do feel that I was just kind of like all over the place a little bit. And it's a case like, even though they were not on comms, it's to kind of look at where my allies are going as much as possible. But I think it was important to apply pressure to that web warrior a little bit more, especially now as we're bunched up, so we can now as a 3 take on that particular Spider-Man, which is Unio. Shout out to Unio, or we can go for the lesser health champion of the super soldier. So that's really the kind of the I can't remember where we went. So let's watch on and see where I went with this. So we decided to have this kind of like good. We focus on the lower health champion. And also create distance. Did I do well on this? I went. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. That's a little bit of bad play by me, but the lads are kind of like covering there. I think I got myself too pincered there. Too much pincered, and luckily we've got. Is it Brightmaster? I'm not quite sure either one of them. Yeah, Brightmaster is luckily the one alive and saves the day. I need to now put in place my SP3. I should have used my SP3 back just then. So I use freezing there as I should do. I go into my SP3. I'm just going to pause there, pause the screen. Now, this was a bit of a guess, really, that I'd be able to keep in place that super soldier. One super soldier comes into the SP3, so there's kind of like this blizzard that I'm doing, which I think is good. That worked out relatively well. It's not all 3. I'd love to be able to get all through that SP3, but it's just not the case. But I think I at least got some of one of the super soldiers, and that's good. That allows, again, pressure to be made. I slow down that champion there. We continue this slow, but I really need to not panic so much when I'm throwing that, and I throw SP2 first and SP1. The reason being it helps out. I'm going to pause it there. The reason being that it helps out is that if I read my team correctly, Brightmaster was throwing down, as part of the drones, I think that's part of like one of the weapons of Iron Man, where you're able to kind of slow down an enemy in question. This is good because it means Iron Man is that with these particular weaponry is more of a counter for champions like Black Panther and as well Web Warrior. See, I've got to remember, playing 2 different types of Marvel games, it's sort of remember like which one's which. But in any case, yeah, just play on. And again, looking at this is good. All the champions are lower health, so we should be able to finish this off very quickly. Although that unstoppable is kind of nice, or that kind of putting us into a stun-like effect is not great. I throw in the wrong direction. So that's maybe kind of like, I am playing on an iPhone 7 Plus. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. I would recommend a tablet for this. And this is a problem. Right down there, I get thrown back and smack into the wall, which is terrible. I know I'm gonna die in any case. I know I'm gonna get KO'd. So I do throw my SP2, and the reason being, it just slowed them down a bit. Not ridiculously slowed them down, but I need to slow them down until I'm back in the game. Very smart from Brightmaster and Java, because they come back to where I'm going to spawn. So this allows us to kind of prepare and apply more pressure. I then go into my SP3. Very good timing there. I do get a little bit of 2 champions. That's good. Also, we're going to finish off the lower health. We then go and finish off the Spider-Man, which is good. Plays into the advantage of my SP1. And I do love Storm. I do love Storm. When I'm having a good day with Storm, man, I have an amazing day and I'm so happy. When I'm having a bad day, you know it. But we pick up the win there, and we've got one final battle to go over and to break down. But yeah, shout out to Brightmaster and to Jala, sorry, to remember the names. And this was good. This helps. I need to get to defender with Storm, but that's the thing. That's why one of the reasons I'm holding off on doing my crate opening is because I want to get in defender first to then, you know, make sure that those like units are worth something. And this is where it's going relatively bad so far. I think this is where I have a really bad round. So Yeah, I'm finding myself just focused. They're very smart. They're focus firing me, but I'm using that barrier there as a guard. Trying as best I can. Like, at least I've frozen the Spider-Man there in place. I'm coming around. I'm just doing like little shots and then I'm coming back. Should have gone for the health potions there, but it's too much of a risk, really. I want to keep myself alive in the game as much as possible. And even though this isn't great, at least I can help that to a degree in keeping some low health. But it's not the greatest of starts. I think after this fight, I definitely said something like, you know, sorry guys, that's kind of on me. I think I made a few mistakes there that I wasn't particularly happy with. And that's the thing, I do want to showcase when I'm playing badly as well, because I think that kind of is good to showcase what went right, what went wrong. That was bad. I throw the ice field down. We slowed down the storms, so Storm couldn't get back to buddies and as well process. I'm going to come in and I think I want to do the SP3. Good timing by me. Whoa, that was weird. I think that was a miss button press as well, because I've just... Yeah, I don't know why that stopped, because the Spider-Man should be absorbed in that blizzard. So it is what it is. Very smart by the enemy, Storm. Very smart indeed. That's incredibly good play. I should have foreseen that, but didn't. You can't really foresee these things. Man, I hate that. That's annoying with the placement. Sometimes that you get smacked by the Br1gh. I had to evade out of there because that beam can be just like devastating to a team. I'm going to watch them coming around a bit, timing in that ice field, put it down correctly, and then Brightmaster puts down at the same time his drones, which freeze them in place, or can block them in place a little bit. I'm trying to keep myself alive in the game, at least trying to get my SP2 round the corner, because yeah, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I'm doing this quite... Well, that wasn't great. Again, a little bit of bad performance from me, but what I'm trying to do is still trying to keep myself alive in the game as much as possible. And it's finally me there. Unfortunately, they capture, but there's nothing really that could be done there. That was bad. Yeah, I've got to kind of like pick and choose my time to throw more successfully. But you know, when things are working well, they're working well, and when heads drop. Unfortunately, the guys weren't as close. I think Brightmaster wasn't as close to the Storm. I get KO'd again. As I said, this is my worst performance, where I played the worst in this. So I've set the best is right at the front of the video, and then the worst is right at the back. I think Brightmaster is the one that kind of comes up here with helping us massively. But yeah, look, it is what it is. If you're having a good day, you're having a good day. If you're having a bad day, it doesn't feel like it's getting any better. Could be with bad team ups, it could be just bad play from you, and I would say that's the thing, just like take a little step back, maybe play a different game, maybe play some Onslaught, maybe play some Deathmatch. And here's the thing, I'm trying to keep myself as alive as possible, trying to keep it in the circle. We're focus firing, we've got all of us back, the lads are back, the lads capture, and that's good. That's what we needed to see. I always kind of like doubtful whether or not to put in place that barrier when you come back. I've put in my SP3 here in order to kind of like keep them quite, not rooted, but at least they're not, two are focusing on me and they're suppressed. Which means that the other lads, who, it'd be good to keep them still in the game, is kind of important. We capture, we come back in again. Got to watch out for anything like Ice Field from Storm. If applied well, you can really stagger enemies getting to the Br1gh. But the thing is, a win is a win. And I did apologise to the guys after this, because it is one of my worst performances of a few times, and I hate that. I hate performing badly. But yeah, that's been a quick overview and a little bit of a breakdown as to some things that I was doing right, some things that I was looking out for, some strategy elements to it, and a great little highlight there. Shout out to Brightmaster, shout out to Jala for your time and grind. That was really enjoyable. I had a blast. So much work I've got to do in game, but also so much work I've got to do with the channel, so I'm going to try and catch up as much as I can over the Christmas holiday, and especially when MCOC just kind of like eases down a little bit, I can then ramp up my Rich's Realm, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And thank you so much for watching the video and supporting the content, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.